Live, Raw, Unfiltered. Welcome to the open mic sessions on VibzLive, the concert series where Rapso, R&B, spoken word, poetry, and Kaizo collide. Just good music from up and coming artists. Discover a gem today, live from Kafe Blue, Port of Spain.
This piece is called My Hair Remembers. This morning, one word found me before the daylight came. A whisper from the silence, a word that called my name, sentient. Aware of what has been, a witness full of memories, a story written within. So I looked into the mirror and I asked my crown to speak. What secrets have you carried through the valleys and the deep? And my hair replied softly, with a voice beyond my ears. I remember every battle. I remember every tear. I remember oceans where freedom had no shore. I remember stolen journeys and souls who cried for more. I remember those who vanished beneath the waters wide, whose names were never written, but whose spirits never died. I remember my ancestors who carried pain and prayer, who lost so much before them, yet still held on to care. I remember every heartbeat that history tried to erase, but God preserved their stories and kept their bloodlines grace. My hair remembers mothers with gentle, faithful hands who braided more than patterns. They braided hopes and plans. I carried seeds of survival. I carried whispered dreams. I carried hidden memories beyond what eyes could see. I carried ancient wisdom. I carried roots and pride, a living thread connecting the generations on every side. For every coil is a chapter, every curl a sacred page, a testimony of endurance passed from age to age. My hair remembers judgment, the hatred and the shame. The voices that declared my beauty was something to restrain. They called my crown unruly. They called my texture wrong, not knowing every single strand had carried strength this long. They taught us to question beauty. They taught us to conform. They made us feel we needed change to fit another's norm. But who gave man the power to question what God made? Who gave them the authority to criticize his shade? My hair remembers coverings, the cloth around my crown, sometimes worn with honor, sometimes used to hold us down. They told us to conceal it, to make our beauty small. But beneath every covering, my roots still stood tall. My hair remembers the hot comb, the burning and the pain, the pressures placed upon our scalps to make us look the same. My hair remembers chemicals, the sting beneath the skin, the price some paid for acceptance, the battles fought within. My hair remembers mirrors, where daughters learned to hide, where they looked upon their natural selves and pushed their crowns aside. And that became the deepest wound, the battle fought inside. When people learned to fear beauty, they were born to wear with pride. But hear me when I say this. Adornment is a choice. A woman has the right to style herself, to celebrate her own voice. But no crown should be abandoned because someone taught us shame. No one should have to hide themselves to make acceptance gain. My hair remembers rising. My hair remembers joy. The moment we embrace again the beauty they tried to destroy. I remember curls and coils. I remember locks that stand. I remember hands reclaiming what always in God's plan. Because the God who formed the heavens, the God who shaped the sea, looked upon my crown and said, "This was designed by me." I am fearfully and wonderfully made. Every strand has been ordained. No voice can erase the purpose my Creator has proclaimed. So when you see my crown, do not see only hair. See the hands that braided survival. See prayers carried there. See the tears of generations. See the battles we have won. See the beauty of a people who refuse to be undone. Because my hair remembers. My hair still remains. It remembers every sorrow. It remembers every pain. It remembers the breaking. It remembers the fight. But most of all, my hair remembers the God who brought us light. So I stand with my crown lifted. I stand with my story clear. I stand with my ancestors beside me. I stand without fear. You cannot erase a history that heaven helps preserve. You cannot destroy a people who know their worth and serve. Because my hair remembers. My hair has a voice. My crown is a testimony. My survival is my choice. And what they try to silence, God taught it how to sing. What they try to bury, God restored as a king. My hair remembers. And now the world will see this crown was never a problem. This crown was always me.
Thanks for tuning in. Follow us on social media and don't miss the full concert replay, now available on vibz.live. Recorded live at Kafe Blue, Port of Spain.